Let's go get it.
Hey yo, what up, ladies and gentlemen? Boy with a bag out here. Welcome to the back talk with the boy with a bag. TBWTB. Shall faded. I almost say that I'm with my dog. I'm used to that. And we got Ayana right here. Please introduce yourself. Yeah.
Hi everyone.
Yeah. And then we have Muna. Legend right Munaga, my dog, we miss you. Big shout out to Munaga. He's not gonna be here because he's going through some things. I think he had relationship issues right there, but then yeah, all the best, my dog. We have Legend right there behind the camera. Just say your voice right there, Munaga. Say your name.
It's Legend, it's your boy Legend.
Yeah. And then we have just say your name right there. Don't be shy. Come on.
Hi. You have Bubbles, yeah.
Bubbles. And Shapedeba Fitulawana, we have a special guest. Krotmani, welcome. Introduce yourself to them people. I wanted to mention the name, but I don't want to get it wrong. Yeah.
Okay. No, I go by the name of Banele wa Khumalo.
Banele wa Khumalo. Okay. Where are you from?
Nah, man. Wait. Residential wise?
Not residential wise.
Home wise. I'm from the Eastern Cape in the east of the London. So I'm basically from London, but in the east part of East London. I'm a mixed breed in a way because the Khumalo surname comes from my mother, but then dad is closer. It has a little.
So who is Banele Khumalo Pila? How would you explain yourself to the mother people? Who is Banele Pila?
On a broader aspect.
Yeah.
Banele Khumalo is, if you know me, then you know I'm one shy person. Always, I'm a social bubble outside, but then you get to know me. Then you realize with the person that I portray on the outside is definitely not the same person when you get to know me personally.
Yeah.
So I'm a very complicated gent in the sense that you could never confirm that this is actually who Banele is, because on the outside I'm much more of a social butterfly, but then you get to learn about the inner person that Banele is, and then you see, damn, actually this guy does not talk, or this guy is actually shy.
Yeah.
So that is just me.
Yeah. And when you pulled up more NW, you wanted to be in the leadership field. Now, what motivated you to be there? Was it because more high school you were maybe more body prefect or something like that? Go high school.
Come to think of it, I never wanted to be in leadership. Actually, on my first year, I disrespected my leaders. I never attended orientation. They would First day when I pulled through, they're like, Banele, we are having orientation. Actually, I already saw on Facebook that these people are actually having orientation and people are singing, and I already told myself that I'm not going to do that thing. I'm definitely not. So come the days. Here comes the day whereby I have to actually come to university. I'm like, oh my guy. Okay, step in. I was staying at Academia. Buhlali was at Academia at that time, 2021. So I pulled through there, and I'm greeted by this lovely lady, Tandega Zikobu, and she's like, hi, how are you? Bubbly. Firstly, I'm an awkward being. Like now I'm like, hey, what's that? Because we're and then she offers to carry my bags. I'm like, hey, this is actually weird. Go through that entire process of actually room placement and all of that. Get to my room. Actually, before I even got to my room, there's this gent, black, black former SCC in societies. So he comes through. He was arts and culture of Buhlale at that time. He comes through and he's like, oh, is this another first year? Tandega is on some. Yeah, he is. And then he's like, no. Then my guy, now we will see each other outside. Straight up told him, nah, my G, don't stress. You won't see me there.
Exactly.
And then he's like, Utini? And I'm like, Fet, I need easy. I'm not coming there. I can see. And then he's like, okay. And then he leaves. Comes in, Tandega Zekubu, take my bags, we go to my room. And then she tells me that I have a roommate, and then shows me my bed. I long inside my bed and all of that. 30 minutes later, she comes through and she's like, no, we're having orientation. I'm like, but I did say I'm not going to sing for anyone. Because I've heard the things that apparently you guys are singing. You're busy singing for Abu Mujalifa. I'm like, I don't even know Mujalifa, so why the fuck am I even singing for him? And then she's like, no, it's culture and tradition. I'm like, me, I believe in a different culture and tradition, so you forget me. And then I think it was like 2 to 3 days later on, she comes back. You know how ladies are. Oh, that girl got me. Like one quarter, I'm done. And then she comes through, she's like, no, just come through and let's see how it actually goes. Because you actually miss that period of orientation. I go there for a day, and then now they start singing. Okay, they're singing. I learn the songs. How? Pull through. Now they're telling me about acting or dancing. You've lost me there.
And you're a very shy person again at that time.
Exactly. You've lost me there. I'm not going to do that. And then I ended up meeting this gent, but he was not, like, we stayed in the same unit. He was very loud, that boy. At that point, okay, he's still my friend, so he's still very loud even today. So he was very loud, and he liked singing in the unit, man. He likes singing. So now I'm like, actually, because my roommate, 90% of that time was never there. So you can only imagine now I'm bored and I don't even know the gender I'm staying with. This gent is always singing. I'm like, actually, let me just go there. And then they're acting. Okay, because I refused. Roles were already, and then I go there and I'm like, no. Since you're going to become an extra, so you are just going to pretend as if you are dancing, whatnot, and what is there by the table, dagi and I think about it, and then now I'm looking at them acting. They're acting, and then there was a point whereby Abunya Upewa is there on that acting part, and then I'm like, no man, actually, Tandega. This thing of yours is wrong. That is what I said. This thing of yours is wrong. You see those gents, they are not fit to be acting that part. Me, I've got the eyes. You can already tell by the eyes, this guy looks like this. So I'm like, in fact, now I'm using that because I'm not going to dance for anyone. So now I'm using that, and then I move that side. That is when I realized, actually, I might just be good at convincing people, and I might just be good at student leadership. And then that is where my spark into student leadership actually came to life.
So did you start helping students after Unna leader, or before you were just doing it like the guy that we interviewed, the chairperson, deputy chairperson? Because that one he mentioned it's in his blood. Did you start here?
Because during that time it was COVID. Actually, I received more help than anyone else. There was this girl, actually, she's a friend of mine, Khumalo, former president of Golden Key. So, like every day, whenever we had an assignment, like when it's history and public administration, call her always, should always explain. So that is where actually most of my things actually into student leadership, because the spark was already there during orientation, but then now because I'm seeing this person actually helping me, then it came to a point where actually if this person can do it, then I can do it, and actually I can actually help people to a much more greater extent. And then it came election season. That is when. Because now I don't know anyone at that point. So people are now coming to me asking for help. I'm like, hey, I'm just a first year. It's my first year, But then I'm like, actually, I'm going to make it work. And I think it was like 3 to 4 days before the nominations actually got open, because it gets advertised earlier than that. So now I'm like, let me start going to campus. And then we start seeing those things. Okay, this is how actually campus works. This is where you get what and whatnot. So it just became that, now I'm actually enjoying helping people. Hence came the decision, I'm not going to run for residence elections. I'm just going to shoot straight to academic chapters or faculty leadership. So, because hey, I got to understand that you actually get to help people on a much more meaningful space, because now you're dealing with the academics and all of that.
So, Nolimo, which portfolio field?
Wait, first?
Yeah.
Faculty of Humanities, I was marketing and pro, simultaneously community engagement officer. Later became the chairperson of Humanities Student Chapter, and then later on, obviously, became SCC academic officer. So yeah, it's been.
How was it like more academic?
Academic.
Field? Yeah.
Can I tell you something? Actually, when I got into academic chapter, I was the toxic one. Like reflecting now on my leadership term that time, I was the toxic one because, as I said, I came in with this stubbornness. So I'm not going to be told anything. So I still pushed that also within my term. Up until like when it was like 4 to 3 months that were left in terms of ending that term, that leadership term, that is when I realized, actually, no man, I'm toxic in this committee. I'm toxic because now these people are trying to advise me, but then I'm not doing so. And then that is when I actually got to learn. In that 3 to 4 months, I pushed myself to the max. And then the rest became history.
Did we change topic a bit?
Before we switch the leadership, we are going to introduce the other one, because this one is very, very important. There were issues there when you were leading, whereby the students ended up striking. Since we're talking about the Kenya leadership, I think it's the perfect time for this issue. How did you feel, or how did you handle all that chaos whereby students were fighting? It was my first time when I NWA strike. Wow. I used to believe it was last year. Yeah.
I was on
No, this year.
It's this year. It was this
It was
year.
also my first time seeing a proper university
It was this year.
strike.
Yeah. I was like, yo. So can you just talk us through that process? What was happening there? Why did the people even start to strike? What was the main reason for that?
The main reason was because students were actually defunded. And Tina, we got a call, and at that time we were at Porch. I remember, I will always remember that day like it was yesterday, man. Because I was buck drunk from the previous night. I was buck drunk. We are from Porch, like we were drinking, it was nice. Obviously, we are not anticipating any strike. So I was buck drunk. Now Lungile comes in and is like, hey, Mfethu, Foga. I'm like, I'm not going to wake up, Chief. Firstly, we have an hour up until checkout. I still want to sleep, but yeah. Lungile wakes me up, he's like, no man, campus is burning. You know, when you're a student leader and someone says campus is burning, you sober up same time, you wake up same time. And then it was just there, dude, campus is burning, Munna. There's a strike going on there. I'm like, hey, Munna, a strike? Can you see the condition that I'm in? Because now I'm still drunk. And then it's like, oh, Van, there's nothing that we can do. At the end of the day, we said we're going to serve the students. I'm like, okay. Wake up. Did not even bath that day. We did not even bath. We wake up, get on the bus. Actually, we called Daddy. Daddy, wait. Campus is burning. Please come fetch us. Daddy pulls through. We get on the bus. Come to campus. Before we actually came to campus, because now, like, obviously, we cannot show up in front of students smelling like alcohol and all of that. So now, we parked there by Berwick Park. Sakopa. Hey, because now you need to look fresh also. Come through. And then, campus is really burning. As we are coming through, now we are saying, students, I'm tired. And then, one thing that they said, Ogoti, are you actually going to stand with us? Or are you going to actually go to your offices and sell us out? And then we freeze at that point in time. We freeze, Uti. What is actually the best way to contain this thing? Yabo.
Yeah.
And the best way to contain it and make sure that nothing is damaged is for us to be in there. Because now, funny enough, it was a thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever, like, more than us, Lungilo Kompela used to, like, we would cry literal tears because of the situation, and you get to understand what actually some of these people actually have to send money back home. And you know the situation that I myself personally, I left back at home, and now someone else is going through the same thing, and now we want to push towards actually more or less the same goal. So now we are crying every single day. We are even teaching serious meetings there by Prof. Linda Duplessis. Because of this issue, we go into a meeting. First point of the meeting, they ask you, what would the student leaders like to address? We table down this thing. If they don't give us the appropriate answer that we are looking for, we walk out of that. You walk out of that boardroom. That was our thing, because up until a time whereby this issue gets addressed and fixed, then there's nothing that we can actually talk to you about, because the same students that we are trying to advocate and motivate for is the same ones that are failing. So now we cannot sit in a table whereby our own people are actually suffering. You cannot bring us to a table and then people are actually eating crumbs, and we are here in a table eating proper dinner and all of that. That is not a student lead, because you said I'm available. And the moment that you say I'm available, then you have to be available for students, no matter what, no matter the outcome. Hence, at some point, when we got dismissed, it was quite sad, the fact that now we don't know who will actually be able to look after the students after us. But then we are happy because we got dismissed, because we are fighting for the right cause. So our fight was a good one. So it was just that.
Yeah. With the dismissal, what was the reason for you guys to get dismissed? What did they say to you? We are dismissing you because of what?
NW has a procedure, right? So it has a procedure. Firstly, the strike was very much unlawful because it was started and there was no petition written. So the strike was a bit unlawful and all of that. And at the end of the day, if we as student leaders have to take the bait and take the fall, then that is what we do. Because, I mean, even if, like, we could have easily said, Uguti, we are here and actually this thing was not started by us, it was started by students and whatnot. But then you get to remember the fact, Uguti, these are actually students who are defunded, and now you cannot put them in a compromising decision. What is the position when compared to a person's livelihood? So it's just that.
Hey, these guys, they fought, man.
Because we've had this conversation before. This guy sitting next to you, he said, these people are useless. Yeah, there's a clip, an episode about that. He said, you guys were useless. But now, after hearing all the things that you guys went through,
I apologize.
What does he have to say?
Exactly.
What do you have
Like,
to
the
say?
reason why I was saying you guys are useless, ne? I didn't have a deeper understanding of what happened, just like you explained right now. But then I was saying that because it's like, you guys, you are useless because you don't have the power. I even told him, you don't have the power. There's someone who's controlling you guys. It's like you guys are the image. So whatever you say, it does not count. Only the person that's leading or that's behind you guys has the power. So I was saying you are useless because you are like puppets in front, and whatever, if a student comes and then the student is like, okay, I need help with this and that. Why now you don't, you are just like a messenger just going there and be like, okay, God, this and that, there is a God behind you guys. God, this and that, the student needs this and that. And then if that person says no, it's a no, you are powerless. That's why I was saying you are useless.
No, I get it and I understand you, but then you also need to understand that being in that position, it does not mean that, okay, firstly, you are there to serve students. That's the first thing. But then at some point in time, you also need to remember that you have a degree that you came here for. So it gets to that point of as much as Tina, we became those selfless individuals that we became. You also need to understand that if maybe the issue persists and people don't act the same way that we did, you also need to get to understand that these people are actually here to make lives better at home. So as much as students might come first, but their families come first here. So, but then I get why you would say that, and those are such things that get to motivate student leaders. Because if a student leader does not get motivated by such things, then they are definitely in the wrong position of film. So, but then I get you.
Yeah, but I do take after what you say right now, I'm like, you guys were the real fighters. It's like maybe you were going for EFF back then, and now I see the MK.
Never EFF been.
Nah, never yet.
The fighter. I'm just.
Nah, never yet. Respect me. Nah, man. But then, big respect to EFF. I respect them. In their own capacity. But then I've never been a much more politically inclined person than I am now. So when you go into the SCC office, you get to know and understand that politics does not work there. Because another one is from Revolution, another one is from SASCO, another one is from whatever. So when you get inside that office, politics does not matter. What matters is why you are there, and the reason why you are there is students and only students. So it's just that.
Okay. Before we move, okay. So I want to understand, because we are talking about all the things you did for the students, right? I want to understand what were the consequences of you guys if you didn't take that decision to take the blame, what were going to be the consequences for the students? What was going to happen? If you said, no, we didn't start this, right? These people did. What was going to be the result of that?
From my thinking and the thinking of, I'd like to believe the entire Pride and Joy, it's that these students are actually going to get charged.
Like go to prison, charged?
No, get charged university-wise. As much as you see that this person now is already defunded, they're already facing challenges. Imagine now that very same student, they now have to go to SJS, Student Judiciary Services. Imagine the trauma. It was going to be a lot for them.
It was going to be.
So that is where issues such as depression actually get to come into play, because you're a student lead. Protect students, because as much as that position is nice and stuff like that, but you need to also think of the consequences that will come after for certain individuals more than yourself. Hence I said, what then becomes a position, an SSC position on top of another person's life. So when you compare them and you mount them, you get to understand and see that an SSC position becomes here and a person's life becomes there. So you would obviously have to value another person's life more than your own, because that person is actually here to change the situation at home.
Leadership.
And at the end of the day, some of us, we are looking for wives to brag about. An uneducated wife.
Before Bosa, please don't give us good review. Let's be straightforward. Before Gitokala, I gave people, are you dating someone? Are you currently seeing anyone? And if you don't mind, because it's not like he did the job.
No, unfortunately, because me and her, we never really spoke about actually me name dropping her, so I cannot. But then I am seeing someone. I am in a very committed and very stable relationship, whereby my inner child is safe. And so I'm in a very comfortable place in my life right now. So yeah, that is why.
Why are you looking at her? I'll explain, man.
Does she know
No, I'm not looking at her though.
All right, yeah.
Nah, man. She does not.
Yeah.
Since let's not take it
Okay.
to respect your girlfriend. Let's not break relationships.
What do you mean break relationships? My sister, I'm very
No,
much loyal.
it's not cheating. There's a name. Okay, but I'm like, what's the one?
No, you can ask. It's fine.
Yeah.
I have nothing to hide.
Give me
and-
no Lutando
Which no?
Mashaba.
Ah, which no?
No Tando Mashabane.
Oh, there are, hey.
Which one?
No Tando Mashabane is the love of my life.
Yay.
In a sense, wait. Let me explain. I'm saying that she's the love of my life because Nontando Mashabane is my cousin sister. That girl took me out of depression and she took me out of a very dark place in my life. So I'm calling her my cousin sister because, I mean, obviously she's my cousin, but then she became much more of a sister to me. She gave me something that no one else could have given me at that point in time. So, yeah, she's actually my best friend. She's my best friend and, yeah.
Oh, she's not your meeting.
No, she's not. No, she's not my friend. She's my cousin, who became more of a sister. Okay. Let me just put it like this. She's my little sister. She's my little sister.
You want to ask something?
Legend.
Hi.
So since you didn't want to mention most of the things, kind of partner, what would you say, or is that one thing, or maybe two, that your partner did along this person really loves me?
Wait, before you answer that, your partner, you know, NW?
Yeah, it's an NW student.
Okay. I also have a follow-up question for that. Sorry. So, did you meet your partner? Yo, this is going to sound somehow, Mara. Okay.
Wait, let me answer his question first, and then you can put your question, guys. Man, that girl became my peace. The first thing is that she became my peace in a very dark place. Because she became my peace, man. This year, March, April, May, it was one of the darkest months of my life because, I mean, we are gents. So obviously, most of the things you get to bottle them up and you don't actually deal with them.
100%.
So it came down to a point where now I have to face things that actually happened years back from me losing my mother up until today. So it was just a matter of now life is hitting me, and funny enough, it's not hitting me the way that I planned. It's hitting me in a way that now you are forced to actually deal with things that have happened to you in the past. So now I have to. One of the biggest things is that she became my peace in a very dark time. Funny enough, I always wear something here. It's written peaceful and it has dark beads, but okay, I do not have it today. It has dark beads, but then the peaceful it's in white. So that is just a symbol of this girl actually became the light during a dark time.
Damn.
So yeah.
I still remember we talked about this.
Oh yeah, right last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
The girl is great. We get that. Now the question I have. The question I have. Depending on how you answer this question is going to be a follow-up. If you answer it the way I'm thinking you're going to answer it, there won't be a follow-up.
I won't give you a PR.
Okay, so when did you meet your girlfriend? When you were the SCC or in leadership position, or when you were just a regular girl?
No, I met her when I was in my leadership position, and I met her when I was in my leadership position, and it's been beautiful, man. Because when you look into student leadership and you focus more on what actually happens during that period, then you see that it's not all nice wearing that black blazer, because I always say that that black blazer, it actually symbolizes more than people may think, because you get swallowed into a dark hole and you might actually end up losing yourself. So having a center like I did, so I met her during my leadership term.
Yeah, you can.
So far, it's a whole bunch I moved to the bar. I can talk about the one thing I heard is that people would advise me not to date but work with leadership because of leadership clear, or they tend to clear girls. So do you feel like that's true? Leadership because of that thing
to some degree it is, because if you can take a good look at people that are in leadership, most of them to some degree are actually much more broken than one would think. So relationship wise, they get to be broken because Val will deal with you. But it's not entirely true with everyone. Because personally, I don't remember myself being a player, but then I will confidently say there are a lot of rumors about me and being a player, and funny enough, doing one night stands. I've never even done a one night stand in my entire life.
So the rumors are saying you did a one night stand with who?
That's the thing. There is never a name. Like if you can go to people and ask them about Banele Khumalo, there are a lot of rumors that you'll hear about me. This year, and funny enough, after we got dismissed, hey, now rumors are circulating for Banele is gay.
Yeah.
You see,
that's when you are gay.
And allegedly,
yeah.
Let me just say, allegedly, these rumors, I'm hearing them from my ex-girlfriend at that time, and she's telling me that my friend is actually saying that Mina, I slept with him. So now, how did we get to a point whereby, I told my girlfriend this, so Goti, look at me. I have a type. That's the first thing. And my type is women and nothing else but women.
Man, you don't even look gay, man. What?
Bruh. The way I love
guys
that
that don't look gay, but they date other men.
my sister, this is not my gay. Oh, man. But yeah, man, there are a lot of rumors circulating about me. I'm a player. As I said, the recent one is that I'm gay, and actually, allegedly, apparently that story of me being gay, it came from that very same person that I consider a friend. So,
who's the person?
Let's not name drop. What do you want to get me sued, man?
Say allegedly the name is.
Nah, man, you want to get me sued, man.
But then
So allegedly, I'm saying allegedly because I don't know if maybe that person actually did it or not. If that person did, it's fucked up. It's fucked up.
Are you still friends?
Because one thing about me, I will never give up on a person. I will never give up on a person. So but then to answer your question, yes, we are still friends. But I won't lie. That thing still hangs over my head, dude. Even there's a possibility that this person actually said it, and I slept with him. And I can go.
Hey, legend, are you listening to this?
So it's
They're saying that he's gay. The people are saying
they say you're gay.
No, I cannot be repeating it.
I agree. He was not gay. So
no, I went for something immediately.
No, man. A friend of mine. Actually, is gay. And if you're a gent and you don't have
friend is gay.
And if you're a gent and you don't have gay friends, then that means you've never had.
Had what? What is that?
You've never had a period in time whereby you were like, let me just dab into Ubufewe, because one thing about gays, they will bring a lot of girls. So that is where you actually get to interact and so man. Funny enough, yeah, it fucked me up that thing because Fana, you cannot mess with my reputation like that. Like the rumors of me being a player, sharp. I get them. It's fine. I'm into girls. Tell me that I've hit more than 1,000 counts. Sharp, that is yours, and I'm not going to defend that thing.
But the game.
Hey,
The game.
As James
oh, boo. Imagine, and you know what the funny thing is? I have friends, other friends, homophobic as fuck, and they actually haunt me. Not because I love the girls that gay people actually bring into the circuit. Now, when I told my homophobic friend, he was like, "I told you, Banele. I told you, motherfucker, and now look at what is happening now." Yeah, well, so it was just that, man. But it fucked me up to a point where now my relationships with people at this point in time, I don't trust anyone because you cannot be spreading such rumors. Yeah, because that is my name at the end of the day. That is my name, and you don't play with my name.
So can I ask, with everything that has been happening, leadership, how did you manage to keep your relationship high? How?
Do you know what the funny thing is, Nan? When you date me, I'm a very clingy person. So obviously that person would never believe such things because the moment that you date me, then you know, I'm with you 24/7. Yeah, well, I like my woman here with me. Yeah.
So leadership in your woman or?
Not necessarily. I wouldn't say that necessarily. But yeah, is she a student leader currently? Yes, she is.
You wanted to say something, Legend?
Oh, I have another question. I don't know that I have. Oh, but the question that I had with your girl.
Why are you focusing on my
No,
That's our legend.
we once had a leadership here, Mpilo, to be more specific.
Yeah.
He spoke about being in leadership and being exposed to a lot of girls, right? So now, from the sounds of it, you said you love girls. You even went to a point where your gay friend used to hook you up or something like that. Okay. I'm not saying. Listen.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
Oh, your gay friend.
Yeah.
You said it brings a lot of girls.
Yeah.
And that's where you find a lot of opportunities to what?
To actually mingle.
Yeah. That's hooking up, right?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Okay. No, my brother, hooking up to me means kissing. So, my brother.
Okay. So now, you being exposed to. Okay, let's talk about numbers. Gay friend, 5 girls minimum. Example, right?
Minimum. Yeah.
Leadership.
Who?
So now my question to you is, with that whole attention, right, of girls' DMs and all that, how did you get to, okay, that one is fine for me, and I don't want anyone else?
She's the one.
I won't lie. On my first term of leadership, when people are actually coming to you and now you're seeing all that attention, and as a child, by Akshela. Yo, brother, now you're thinking, now you're something big, man. I'm like,
You are him.
Like, I'm something big. I'm him at this point. I'm him. Because now people are paying attention to you. And you're like, hey, this one, this one does not know me. Like, this one does not know me. You see everything. Well endowed. Well endowed, by well endowed, I mean like thick. Well endowed, slender also. Now you're like, hey, must I have options? like when they say there are many fishes in the sea, this is what they are talking about. So during that term, plus at that time, during my first leadership term, I had gotten out of a relationship. So you can imagine now,
A free lion.
Now I'm a free man. Now I'm a free man. So now I can do anything that I want and actually not face any consequences.
Sure.
So, my brother, I did a lot, my
So
brother.
I did a lot.
Hey, I did a lot, my brother.
So, with
But you didn't answer my question.
Oh. But then
But then you get a chance. I just wanted to answer the question.
But then when it got to a point whereby now I'm like, wait, you have to focus. You have to focus because as much as these girls are nice and all, like now you're seeing girls like all types, and now you are exposed to a lot of them. Plus, I was staying at Buhlali. Buhlali is a citizen. You can imagine that is a big race. At 2 a.m. it's like it's in the afternoon. People are busy. So it came down to a point whereby now you actually have to focus because now your academics are in Japan. Because one thing about me, if I focus on girls, then obviously one thing has to fail. So the moment I started focusing on one person, then everything started going well. So it was just that actually around those times, April, May, I got cuffed. So now someone put me down and was like, okay, Banele, I see that you're busy. And now in you being busy, sure, you can be busy, but this is who I am. You know, when a lady just says, this is who I am, Fana, I cut everything and everyone down because now this person is actually exposing themselves to me. So now it's only fair for me to do the same. So cut down everyone, and ever since then decided to become a loyal chain.
Hey, that's nice. I think it's scars for gents to do that. So it's an achievement, I must say. With the old, you were a free lion, right? Did you have any respite type of thing?
I wouldn't say a rest wife because, as I said, now I'm a free person. So obviously, I would have like at that point like 4 to 5 talking stages. So, but then it was 4 to 5 talking stages. Actually, that is where I think the rumor of me being a player came from. So 4 to 5 talking stages. So obviously, but again, by the grace of God, those 4 to 5 stages, most of them were never sexual. Because I'm a very traditional person, and in me being a traditional person, I believe in spiritual soul ties. So I wouldn't call them rest wives per se, but then obviously I get to your place, and then now we are sitting, we are talking. They offer me food. So tomorrow I'm here. That day I'm there. Now operations. Now there's less groceries for me to buy because
Busy, no.
So it was just there.
So do you think maybe one day the lady that you're currently dating, she's going to be Mama Sekat?
Definitely.
So like almost now, living
Definitely. Like without any contradiction and doubt. Like that one. You see the one that I have right now is the one.
She's the one,
But to pick up on the conversation we had previously about promoting.
Yeah.
You see, based on what you're saying, you're first looking at how your person is responding to you and you're responding to her, right? The improvement and all that, and then decision. But if it was just one of those girls, the girls that you were going to eat and all that, right?
Going to eat at, don't have food to eat. This one. This one. No man.
Yeah. You were going to eat food, right?
Eat at. I would make.
Okay. I get you. So it's a matter of you saw something that you didn't see on the other girls, right? Which I'd say also how she made you feel. You talked about you were in a very, very rough spot, right? So to to motivate this one, you see, you need to do the work before the upgrade. Right? Put in the work and the results will show.
Yes. Do you understand? Do you get it?
I'm saying
in your defense. In your defense. Okay. Actually, I decided to become loyal before the one that I'm dating now, because I started being loyal when 2022, when I got into a relationship at that point in time with that certain individual. Yeah. So that person actually taught me something. In her defense, it was never about her cooking and all of that, but then someone being able to expose themselves at an emotional level. That is actually what made me to be like, try it now, I'm tired, I'm done. I'm going to settle and settle for nothing less. So it was just that.
My darling, pay attention. Pay attention. Attention will pay you.
So, since you said you would marry the girl that you are dating now, what if you found her cheating? Would you forgive her?
Never.
Don't compromise.
I don't compromise on that.
Are you hoping she's going to forgive you?
No.
Okay.
What is cheating to you?
Cheating comes in many different forms. But firstly, like, I don't care if maybe you guys actually slept or not, but for the fact that you emotionally invested in this person, because there's absolutely no way that you can go and sleep with someone that you're not emotionally invested in, more especially as a girl. So the moment that you emotionally cheat on me, then now we are done, because the connection that we shared, it shows that there are cracks in me, and there's no need for me to keep on holding on to them. Even if I get her and I'm seeing text or whatnot, and now someone is on some, I enjoyed spending time with you, and I'm seeing other things. Okay, sharp. You spend time with this person, and now I'm saying maybe, for instance, they were at the student center. That is you emotional cheating on me. Because Mina, I would never put you in a state where by now I'm busy out there spending time with girls. Then why are you doing it to me? So your first instance of emotional cheating on me, then Mina, we are done. Because I'm more of a believer of bonds. So the moment that you let someone in our own bubble, then now there's nothing that we can talk about. So
Yeah, makes sense. Anything else from you?
I have nothing.
Anything else from you?
No, I'm fine.
Hey, but then I wanna, who's the current leader, chairperson? The name of the current chairperson at SCC?
Khumalo Zwane, Nashes.
Yeah, I forgot the name. So, one must go, ne? It's a game. It's a game. One must go. We have Khumalo Zwane and Lungile Nkompe. One must go.
My brother, that one is
One must go. Nkompela. Who is going?
Nashes. Yo.
Not a lot. It's not deep.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep.
It is that deep.
Actually, it is because one of them is a brother and one of them is a big friend. I consider them to become a big friend.
Yeah.
So it actually becomes that deep. So, hey, let me see.
Relax, this is our dog's feeding. Yeah.
Okay, one must go. Damn.
One can go.
Hey, you've been thinking
Hey,
about
none
it.
of them can go, my brother, because they play different roles.
Yeah.
But, Ash, okay, what? You just need to understand that I love both of them the same.
Yeah.
But if I were to choose, because of because of political affiliation, then nations must go. Because look at we are in the MK together, and so only because of political affiliation. Nations.
What about capacity to get things done?
That is why I'm saying, Guti, they play different roles in my life. But obviously, Ash, my brother, like Ash, yeah. Ash.
Lungile Nkompela or Kelimpilo. One must go. This one is easy. This one is easy.
This one should be easy.
Lungile is going.
What about the political affiliation?
No, thing is, yo, Vana, like, Tolimpilo, yo.
Yeah.
Ish.
Now you're thinking about it on a personal level.
No, thing is, even political, beyond school, Limpilo is one of us. But because he's a very loyal person, he started with revolution and he was going to end with revolution. Here. So, but MK wise, politically wise, we are together. But Lungile is going, Limpilo is staying.
All right. Nothing else from you guys, ne? What can you say, fella, to them people who look up to you guys? Because Lynn, I once looked up to you guys. I was like, maybe, when I was in the I'm no longer looking up to them because I'm doing podcasting. I wanted to be in the leadership team, but then I didn't have that thing to go and ask people, hey, please vote, please vote. What can you say to them people who look up to you? By long, maybe my first, second, or any level, or the field that they're studying there. What can you say to them? Just a word of advice, okay, this is how you do it, or an advice, okay, this is what I went through and this is how you can overcome it. Just a word of advice to them people who look up to you. What can you say to them?
A word of advice. People who look up to me personally.
Yeah.
Okay. Never take into account what the world has to offer, because what it offers is never meaningful. But take into account what people can actually offer you, because that is where bonds are made and formed. So human interaction is better than wordly. Izinto zomhlaba. So izinto zomhlaba will always be emhlabeni, but the love and compassion that you share with people will remain with you forever, even after your grave.
Yo. Perfect. So you are doing your final year, ne?
Brother, I'm doing honors in my final year and I'm leaving this institution. My final year in this institution.
But for sure, I wanted to ask, how do you want to be remembered more this campus? What you did? For sure, you're going to mention the thing of fighting for the students.
Nah, man. Actually, no.
Yeah,
that is not how I want to be remembered. I want to be remembered as a human being, because I'm much more than a student leader. Yes, like even till today, if someone asks for my help, then I do. If maybe politics students actually ask me, Banele, can you please come and actually SI us, just because I'm not in the contract of SI, so just for me to teach them, I would gladly go. But I want people to remember me as a human being, that I've had my own mistakes. I've been a great leader, will continue being so, but I've had my own share of mistakes, and I'm grateful for the bonds that I've formed. So I just want to be remembered as a human being that actually came into this institution, changed a lot of people's life, created a lot of bonds, and shared a lot of love. If you like, for your student leader, if you can check my contacts, they are less than 200, because as much as I'm a student leader, and what connects me with you at that point in time, it's because I have to assist you. So now you being in my contacts because I assisted you and all of that does not make sense to me. The people who are in my contacts are people that I share bonds with.
Let's go get it.
Hey yo, what up? Back talk with the ball with the back. TBWTB just partnered with Heartless Forever. If you wanna know anything about that brand, check out our description and click on that link.